Hi everyone. So I just want to conclude and summarize a little bit of what you saw and then process with you guys my feelings about the actual session, where I could have done better, where I, did great, and where I tried to, illustrate using CBT. So I believe I mentioned in the first video just some of her background and history and where we would be coming in. So obviously, Aria has a lot of issues regarding her anger, kind of just, maybe her inability to see things seriously was a little bit frustrating. She kind of was giggling a lot, which, you know, didn't really want to answer the questions. I don't know, doing a lot of that. And I felt that was kind of frustrating. And because she clearly did, know what I was talking about, she was able to give me a story later on. So I think the best way for me to get through is just kind of like, okay, well, let's not engage with her and kind of uh sit down and talk to her and kind of bypass that, because I felt like if I sat there and I was like, well, you know the answer and you do that, you do know, and kind of do that, it might have ended up going in a different direction. So kind of just sitting with her, okay, well, I think, your grandmother, I'm not sure exactly what I said, but something along the lines of, okay, well, your grandmother told me this has happened, and just kind of question along those lines. So that's kind of how I got myself through that. But it was a little frustrating. It definitely is a lot of frustrating, especially when you have, like, you're trying to sit in and you have a purpose and you have a time limit and all of that. Um, Also, I noticed that I did not want to really explore with her so much as why she might have had the tantrum. I wasn't really looking for, and by that I mean I wasn't looking for, like, well, reasons for why she, or giving her reasons for why she might have exploded. So I think in the past, for myself, I always would come into a home and a parent would say, well, little Johnny um cursed at me. And I would go on, well, why did you curse at your mom? And I felt like this time I was able to begin with the CBT. So instead of being like, all right, well, let's talk about the thoughts behind why you were angry. So you were feeling disrespected. And so therefore you got angry and you exploded. Um, and I tried to use a lot of myself as an example, so that at one point I tried to say, okay, well, this in a normal situation, so let's take your situation and, like, put it to the side for a little bit. And so, like, in a normal situation, if you were called fat or stupid or something like that, um how would you feel? And I tried to give her a better example and break it down for her. So I think I did that well. I think I tried to illustrate, at least on a simpler part of what I was trying to do with CBT, and I didn't necessarily call it that. But eventually, if I continue to work with Aria, I would want to, you know, challenge some of those thoughts that she has. So Aria thinks that she's being disrespected by her grandmother. Okay, well, let's talk about all the times where you felt disrespected. On a scale of 1 to 10, um what, you know, how how strongly do you feel that you're actually right, that your grandmother has no respect for you, she doesn't trust you? And then processing that with her, and then actually going out and challenging that by saying, okay, well, does your grandmother let you go to a friend's house? Does your grandmother let you walk to and from school by yourself? Does your grandmother listen into your phone calls? You know what I mean? If a friend calls, so just kind of start to challenge those thoughts and core beliefs that she has about her grandmother mistrusting her, and not really engaging in the, well, why do you think your grandmother doesn't trust you? Or, well, she has a lot of reason not to trust you. You know what I mean? Which I, again, has have done in the past. And eventually, as I'm challenging those core beliefs that she has about her grandmother, um, eventually working up to maybe doing a positive affirmation where she can tell herself in some way or something she makes up to calm her in the moment when she's recognizing that she's getting angry, which I started to do today. I think I was trying to get her to understand, okay, well, your face is getting hot when you're angry, or your hands are sweaty or something, so that we can start kind of seeing that. So yeah, I think that would be where I go with that. Other than that, I didn't really see anything that was too frustrating with her. Like I said, her kind of giving me the giggly, playfulness, and that can be kind of annoying. But other than that, I think I started to process with her some of those thoughts, which was the ultimate goal. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and good luck the rest of the semester.